Oh!
Cormac's script is very literary. It's got a very different texture than a lot of other screenplays. Did that change your approach or your process at all?
Not really. I just like the way that he unravels information and the way people sort of talk to one another or not talk. I mean, a lot of the times that this character is a sort of passenger character, and I thought that was an interesting challenge in itself. But I just try and follow the basics of the character and not think too much about really any sort of morality that's trying to be expressed or the story that's trying to be told. I just try and facilitate the story, so I'm not really thinking like that.
So these basics of the counsellor, how did you see him in those basic terms?
I mean, I saw him as a pretty sort of, ordinary kind of guy. I thought, not a bad guy, but somebody who's very much tempted by material things. I don't think it's an unusual thing for capitalist Western society to be, seduced by material objects. The Bentley car, the ring that he obviously can't afford. I thought what was interesting is that he's a counselor, so he's surrounded by this world of opulence, and he just gets seduced by it. And greed takes over, and he thinks he's smarter than he is, and he sets a couple of things in motion that, once it's sort of rolling, he can't stop it.
Every studio does, they try to do kind of an interesting and again, maybe an important drama, and they'll do those within a certain budget range. This is one of those movies. And obviously it's got the cast to support it, it's got an incredible writer, it's got an incredible director. So, where's the risk?
Ridley is a marquee name, and there aren't many directors you
Ridley
can
is
say
a brand, yeah, without any question.
Now, this time of year, there's a lot of films for grown-ups.
Right.
It's nice, I like it.
It's always the case in the fall.
Sure,
Yeah.
but sometimes, some of those films get a little shuffled to the side. What's going to draw people into this one?
The pedigree of the writer. I mean, it's the first script that Cormac has written. Again, we have Ridley. Look at our cast. I mean, it's an undeniable cast. For a while, I think we were even worried maybe it's too much of a great cast, but they all were so restrained and absolutely spot on in their performance that you don't feel like they're stars. You get lost in their characters, so it works out. Have you seen it?
I saw it this morning.
Oh, wow.
Anything inherent to the concept, though, that you think is a story that people are going to want to...
Sure. I think people are always drawn to movies about characters making decisions that are life and death decisions, and that's what this was. And I think they're always intrigued by the world of drugs, the drug cartel, and how that might permeate all of our lives.
Now, this film feels a little more, I think, literary would be the word I'd say,
Sure.
than a lot of films I've seen.
But that's something you discover. I mean, the language of this movie is iconic because the writer Cormac McCarthy is iconic, and I think they're, you can associate, you can put people into kind of a little bit of a preliminary knowledge of what they're going to get into because they saw No Country for Old Men, or they read that, or they saw and read All the Pretty Horses. We Made the Road, so people are familiar with what kind of a literary achievement that was. So,
do you think your relationship with Cormac's going to continue? Are you looking at doing more with him?
I can only pray to the gods. We've done two, and he's happy with both, so that's a good start.
What prevents your character from being just a victim?
No, she is a victim, but and she is an innocent personality, but she knows that something is wrong. She doesn't know exactly what it is, but she can see in his eyes that he's in deep trouble. I mean, that's not the reason why I wanted to make the movie. I don't think I'm there to give lessons to anybody, or movies are there to change the world, but I think it's important how violence is treated. And in this movie, I guarantee you that you don't want to be